I've got 5 steps to get this economy going again. 5 things I'm going to do. And I want you to know those 5 things, if we do them, and I'll do them, if we do them, these things are going to cause a resurgence in America's economy that's going to surprise the world, is going to convince moms and dads that the future's brighter for them and the future's brighter for their kids. And I'll tell you what those 5 things are. Number 1, I want to take advantage of our oil and our gas and our coal and our renewables and our nuclear. Seems to me you agree with that point. Let me mention another one, and that is one that this president has really not pursued, and that is trade. You see, we're a highly productive nation. We make more goods and services per person than any other major nation in the world, and so it helps us to trade with other nations. By the way, China and Europe figured that out. Over the last 4 years, 3.5 years rather, they put together some 44 different trade agreements with other nations to sell goods back and forth because they know that helps them. Do you know how many this president's put in place? 0. 0. If I'm president, I want to open up new trade with places, particularly in Latin America, right next door. A lot of people, a growing middle class, huge opportunity for us. So that's my number 2, is trade. Number 3, when you have a government that consistently borrows massively more than it takes in, and you create larger and larger debt, as that debt gets so large relative to the size of the total economy, you slow down economic growth. Slow growth means fewer jobs. And that is why, as President of the United States, I will get America on track to have a balanced budget. So number 1, energy. Number 2, trade. Number 3, a balanced budget. Let me mention another one. I want to make sure our people have the skills for the jobs of today and tomorrow. And I'm not going to thank government for giving them those skills. I'm going to make sure that people have the opportunity to reach for those capabilities. I want people to have good training opportunities in the workplace and in our colleges and universities. I also want people to get the best schools in the world. We're not providing our kids the education they need. I want them to have more choice in education. I will put our kids first and our unions behind. Give the kids the best schools in the world. And my fifth, in addition to skills and education, my 5th is this. I want to encourage economic freedom. Our economy is driven by free people pursuing their ideas and their dreams. It is not driven by government. And what the president's doing is crushing economic freedom. This philosophy of his leads to him saying we're going to take the tax on investment from 15% to 25%. So government's bigger. I want people to be freer. That's why, in my view, anybody making $250,000 a year and less should pay no tax on capital gains, interest, or dividends at all. Be able to invest. He's crushing economic freedom with taxes and an overwhelming regulatory burden, with high cost in health care, with labor rules that are not favorable to the employee or to the employer, but only to the bosses of the unions. Look, we have to restore economic freedom in this country, and when we do, those 5 things, energy, trade, balancing our budget, improving our schools, giving people the skills they need, and restoring economic freedom in a major way. We do those things, you're going to see us come roaring back. I have seen it in the people of America.